Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anna of Reinforce Me Club. Today, we are going to talk about sustaining change. So, in this part of habit hacking, breaking the old habits, building the good ones, we're going to learn about how to keep going even when the going gets tough. Just like in a video game where you have to face challenges to reach every next level, in real life, we sometimes encounter setbacks and obstacles on our journey to personal growth. But don't worry about it. We're going to discover some strategies that will help us stay strong and keep moving forward today. We'll also learn how to bounce back from setbacks and mistakes. Like when you fall off the bike while learning to ride, let's learn how to get on. We're going to discuss that about that today. We also explore how to stay determined and never give up on yourself. Just like a superhero facing tough challenges. And finally, we'll find out how having a support from friends, family, and environment can make big changes, big differences in helping us in reaching our goals. So get ready to become a champ, to change as we explore these exciting strategies together. Let's start an adventure of sustaining change. In terms of overcoming setbacks and relapses, like you have already gained the momentum of your habit. Like you want to be the person who goes to the gym, so you've consistently go to the gym for just let's just say you just started to go to the gym, and you've gone to the gym for like three times in your first week, and you're not going to be 100% all the time, just like the rest of the people. It's just that some people decided to be 100% because they want to be 100%. They were, their decision, their motivation, their mindset are well equipped to fight the inner voice and the environment which stops them from being their new self. So these are the people who are mentally fighters. They have a like some kind of growth mindset kind of people. And what happens is when you're not 100% all the time, sometimes you lose the momentum of doing the good, of building the habit, like working out 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes you're not 100% committed to that in a day. But there are three strategies to conquer that feeling. The first one is the so-called 2-minute rule. 2-minute rule means this type of this is actually the habit that you have to build. This is the habit of showing up, the entry of the of for you to be able to do the habit. Like if you want to be the kind of person who goes to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, you just show up to the gym. And then you ask yourself, you might be asking me, why you just have to show up? You decided to be a guy or a gal who works out 3 to 4 times a day. Why you just have to show up? This happens when you know this happens when you're not 100% want to work out. Just show up to the gym and tell yourself, look, I'm here. I'm still the person who goes to the gym. It's just that I'm tired today and I can't make it. So just this is 2 minutes. You don't really have to do anything. Just show up to the gym. Because that habit of showing up, even if you don't do anything yet, just be there on the gym to show up, it makes you favorable. The environment, it prepares you to the next habit, and the next habit is to get change, automatically to get change and start your workout. But if you're not 100%, just it's way better to show up in the gym rather than be absent or not showing up at all. Just show up. And another example is that you are a kind of hesitant to speak to your boss in the office. You have a couple of suggestions about the changes to to tweak your system in your area a little bit, and you feel hesitant for that because in your past you've experienced loads of rejections and you've been disappointed. So if you want to do that, you start by be be there for 2 minutes or under 2 minutes at your boss's door. Just stand there. And it might be one day, or maybe next week or next month, you can able to say it to your boss. What about your suggestions? Just show up. Showing up means you are, it enables you, you know it makes the next habit to be easy to do. Just keep the habit of showing up. That is 2-minute rule, and it's completely effortless. Just show up. Whatever you want to do, just be there. Another thing is that we have the so-called never miss twice. By the way, I got this concept from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. So yeah, I love this. I also love this concept of never miss twice. Like for example, you want to be the person who works out 3 to 4 times a week, and you miss the workout today. So in a week, so 4 times, and then you're gonna be working. Well, in this week, 7 days, you're gonna be working for 4 days. For example, you take the overtime, so you'll be working 4 days, and then you have 3 days left for your gym time for your workout, and you didn't show up. You weren't able to do the workout for one day, and then there's only 2 days left. So make sure to complete that 2 days in that particular week, and so the next week the following week you have to make it up to yourself and never miss twice. So we already have two strategies. The 2-minute rule, that is showing up habit. And the second one is never miss twice. So if you already build the momentum, never miss twice. Never, you make it up to yourself if you ever miss the things to do today. You have to make it up the following day or the following week. And the third strategy, for you to be able to overcome those relapses and setbacks is just 4 words. Never ever give up. Never ever give up on yourself. Always think about the good things that you can get in the long run, which is the benefit of the good habits and all of your efforts. In cultivating resilience and perseverance, it's important to note that the efforts that you're making in order to complete the new habit that you want to install in your life has to be just right. The effort has to be just right. Not too hard, not too easy, but just right for you. And then by the time that you finally gain a momentum, you can finally increase the difficulty of that particular effort in order to achieve the habit. Like when you go to the gym, you started weightlifting, like uh, bicep curl for like 10 kilos. So over time, maybe next week or on the third week, you might go into grab a 15 kilo or 20 kilo bicep curls. So you gradually increase the difficulty slowly, in a way that it won't be hard for you. It won't be hard for you, and it won't give you a reason to abandon your efforts, to abandon that habit, to abandon that plan that you have. You won't give yourself a reason to give up. And this term is actually called the Goldilocks rule. So the Goldilocks rule suggests that habits are most likely to stick when they are challenging enough to be engaging, but not so difficult as to be overwhelming. The principle encourages every person, every individual to cultivate resilience by gradually increasing the challenge, leveling up the difficulty of the habits over time, allowing every person, to build perseverance and adaptability over time. Like if you want to, to form your biceps for 40 days, so over time you gradually increase the weights of your biceps curl. Just that's just one variation. 10 kilos, and the next week you might want to try 15 kilos, and then or 15 kilos or 20 kilos. It's up to you. And you have to look after your diet at the same time, increase protein and fats, and limit carbohydrates and sugar, and keep yourself hydrated 2 to 3 liters per week, so you can able to maintain that. Especially, the hardest part could be, the diet and the level of consistency and your effort in doing the workouts. Otherwise, when you finally build a momentum by means of showing up in the gym, the first thing, the very first thing that you have to do, and you just keep improving your workouts over time once you finally adapted in that new habit. And speaking about breaking the bad habits, since you were that kind of person who doesn't eat healthy. So not eating healthy means you have, the availability of chocolate in your home is absolutely easy. You got chocolates around you. You got crisps. You also have cakes in the fridge. But now you've decided to be healthy. You want to have a good biceps. So to make that habit go away, Just, I know it's not easy, but just refrain or don't buy them in the shops anymore. Or if you don't totally want to abandon that habit, or you don't want to be deprived from sweets, you might simply just want to consider buying just a small box of chocolates. You can eat it every day, every after workout, or when you don't work out, just one chocolate per day. One could be one slice, in that box, just one candy of chocolate, and that makes you feel that you're still you. It's just that the bad habit is totally hard to keep up anymore because they're not available in the environment, in your environment. And when you are into really changing your life by installing a new healthy habit in your life, environment really plays a great role to that. When you design your environment to be a pro for your new habit, it everything will seemingly effortless. Like, if you want to be a healthy person who doesn't eat unhealthy, like eat loads of chocolates, crisps, and cakes, who doesn't want to drink alcohol anymore, who doesn't want to smoke anymore, you know, it's important to know to really, yeah, not buy, not make those unhealthy foods available at home. And if they are in the office, you don't really have to worry about it because your office mates might be good at consuming those foods, so you have a share. You just have to grab your share of calories in the office, but in the most part, in your home, just don't make those unhealthy foods available within your reach. So just don't buy them. Or if you can just buy just one pack of crisp, good for an entire week. Or you can buy ice cream every month or every 2 months. It's up to you. Not every day, right? Because if you want to change your life, if you want to change your mindset, you have to also change the what you do. You have to be the kind of person who do these things. It complements your mind. Your mind. I mean, your action complements your mind. The other way around. Yeah, I think that's right. And having this environment, like your workout clothes outfit is just there, hang in front of you. In front of the, just within the reach, hang in front of you while you're in bed, to remind you that you have to work out tomorrow. It's time for workout. It's time to wear your athlete suit, for your workout. So that environment will always remind you to be the person who you want to become, and that will eventually happen in time, as you're doing it, constantly doing it, consistently doing it. And the same is true if with the fact that since you want your environment to be favorable for to a person you want to become, you also would want to surround yourself with people who are good for you. So if you don't want to drink anymore, no more alcohol, so it's way better to stop hanging out with people who drinks. Initially, it could be stop hanging out with people who drinks in 1 or 2 months, because environmentally wise, when you still hang out with them, there is a great tendency, more temptations for you to really still grab a drink, because everyone is drinking and then they're having fun, so that's a great deal of temptation for you. So you might as well consider stop hanging out with people who drinks, or stop hanging out with them for a while, for a month or two, and you start hanging out with people who do the things you do. Like, culture wise, you start hanging out with people who work out. You make friends with them, and eventually you're going to adapt their lifestyle, if majority of your time, you give it to them. And you also might as well stop hanging out with people who smoke cigarettes, if you want to stop it, because that's a great deal of temptation for you too. And also, if your wife or husband can able to help out with you in forming a new habit, you might as well want to get them involved by means of making them as your accountability partner. So you can just tell them that, to remind you, or to evaluate your performance every week. Like, you might want to instruct them to ask you, what did you do your workout, how many times you did your workout for the entire week. If you want to be the person who works out 3 to 4 times a week, you might tell them, to instruct them to ask you, you make them as your monitor, your human monitors. And make sure to pick these people wisely. You have to pick the right person who monitors you. You know, you have to this people has to be someone who wants the best for you, who wants you to grow, who wants to see you happy, who wants to see you healthy. And this must be the person who doesn't want you to stay the same for the rest of your life. This person must be, actively involved in your growth and development. Yeah, it could be your girlfriend, boyfriend, anyone you trust who love you, who love to see you grow and succeed. Since you've already, for example, you got an accountability partner who is your spouse or your best friend or your enemy, could be. You could, since you already have someone to track your habit, you could also track your habit yourself, like in a calendar. If you've done the things that you have to do, you just, you can write an X mark if it's completed, and zero, or encircle those days which you miss working out or doing doing the bad habit. And of course, always remember the concept that we spoke about before, the so-called habit stacking, wherein you can sandwich the bad, and I mean the hard habits, the challenging habits, with the easy habits. Like when you get up in the morning, so get up immediately at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, so there's already one habit done. And then you might as well, you know, after getting up, getting changed with your attire, with your workout attire, because, that's the next habit. And then the third habit is walking for, could be 15 to 20 minutes outside, brisk walking. So this, brisk walking is the hardest habit. And getting up, getting changed are easy efforts. And then you just match up with the brisk walking, which is a little bit challenging. Not too hard, not too easy. So the Goldilocks rule. So you can match up, you can sandwich the challenging habits with the easy ones. So that is called habit stacking, as we, previously spoke about. And yeah, always monitor your efforts every week. So habit tracking. And since, because, once you keep tracking your effort, anything that is being tracked, anything that is measured will improve eventually. And of course, be patient with yourself. Some good things, really great things happen in time. It takes effort, energy, and commitment to fulfill your dreams, to become your dream self. And of course, once again, never give up on yourself. So whatever it takes, any transformation that you want to commit into, to do in your life, always remember that there will always be challenges that you're going to encounter, and you're not going to be 100% all the time. the, you know Otherwise, those things are really normal. But otherwise, the end result will always be up to you. So it's important to gear up yourself with the a growth mindset. All right. And yeah, let's recap. In overcoming setbacks and relapses, take note of this 2-minute rule: never miss twice, and never ever give up. The forward: never ever give up. And in cultivating your resilience and perseverance, remember the Goldilocks rule: not so easy, not so hard, or not so tough effort. In doing the things that you're planning to do, but it has to be challenging in some sorts. And to enhance the Goldilocks rule, those efforts which is just right for you, you can also implement the so-called habit stacking, sandwiching the challenging habits with the easy ones. Habit stacking match up with habit tracking. So you can, in the calendar, you can mark X for, in those days which you completed the task, and encircle those days in which you missed the task. And it's important to note to never miss twice, and of course, never ever give up on yourself. And lastly, in creating this, to be able for this habit to really do come true, you can cultivate the supportive, the power of supportive environment. And you can always build that if you want to. It will always be up to you. And if you want to be successful, you have to change. And the good thing about it is that, when you are struggling on something, and you finally achieve it in the end, you will learn a lot, and you become a different person. And that's the price. That's the best reward. It's not about the goal, it's the person who you become. And by the way, all of the concepts that I share today came from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, one of my favorite books, shall I say. And yeah, this is and once again of Reinforcement Club telling you, you never lose, you either win or learn. Have a lovely day ahead. Thank you very much. You can follow me in my social media, YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Facebook, Reinforce Me Club. So see you there. Thank you very much for your time.